Joining me now from Southern Florida, political consultant, lobbyist, strategist, and former Trump surrogate, Roger Stone. Roger, it's so ironic. In this era right now where we have governors letting criminals out of prison, you're within a few hours of being sent to prison. Special counsel prosecution. In the end, let the record show and let history show that they were after Donald Trump. And they leaned on you hard to roll over on Donald Trump, and you didn't do it. You refused to lie.
That is correct, Graham. First of all, I'm glad to be with you because, as you know, this is the first time in 16 months I've been able to speak out specifically about my case after having to put up with a tsunami of disinformation from CNN and MSNBC and most of the fake news media. So I'm grateful for OANN. I'm grateful for you asking me on. What you say is absolutely true. I mean, long after Robert Mueller knew there was no Russian collusion, I was prosecuted essentially for a fabricated crime of lying to Congress about matters that were completely immaterial in order to squeeze me to testify against the president, specifically regarding some roughly 30 phone calls between myself and candidate Trump during the 2016 election, each of which lasted longer than 30 minutes. And I declined to make such a deal on July 24th, 2019. I've known this the entire time. I've been unable to say it, but I say it now. This was the whole point. I refused to bear false witness against the president. I refused to lie to ease the burden on myself. I have no regrets whatsoever, but I am paying, as you know, extraordinarily heavy price.
So that is one problem with the case against you, Roger, and I think you summed it up very well. But let's start from the middle, not the beginning, but the middle. It was January 2019 where these FBI agents in tactical gear raided your home in Southern Florida, as if you were sort of mafia kingpin, some sort of drug lord. 30 agents banging on your door at 6 o'clock in the morning. We still don't know exactly who authorized all that. I would like to know that. That's number one. But maybe more importantly, let's fast forward to the trial itself and this jury forewoman who clearly had political bias, clearly had bias against the president, and clearly had bias against you, yet the judge, this Amy Berman Jackson, refuses to retry the case.
Yeah, let's be clear. Unfortunately, bias against the president does not qualify to exempt her as a juror. Political bias did not exempt any juror. In fact, there were no Republicans on my jury, or Trump supporters, or military veterans, or union members, or people with less than a college education. There were a minority of the jury had less than a post-college education. There were appointees in the Obama and Clinton administration on the jury. The judge ruled that the political complexion of the jurors was immaterial. I would respectfully disagree with that, but that was her ruling. But in this particular case, Tomika Hart, who outed herself on CNN, so I'm not breaking the law by disclosing her name, specifically attacked me by name on the day I was arrested and subsequently on social media. Now, it's also true that she habitually attacked President Trump. She called him the Klan president. She said he was that all of his supporters were racists. That would presumably include me. It was our contention that that bias would prove that she did not meet the Supreme Court standard of being impartial and indifferent, but Judge Jackson did not see it that way. And we were denied a new trial on that basis. It's very strong grounds for an appeal, but Graham, an appeal could take several years, millions of dollars, and most likely I would be sitting in prison during that time.
And speaking of your legal defense fund, it's stonedefensefund.com, stonedefensefund.com if you do pursue it. Roger, I'm out of time, and you're running out of time, a free man, but I firmly believe, and I think most of the viewers would agree, that there's a guy in the White House who on November 4th, win or lose, has got your name on a sticky note or something even broader in his office there, in the Oval Office, that's going to exonerate you one way or another, and I would bet my house on it. You feel the same way? That's a yes or no, Roger.
Well, in all honesty, given the coronavirus, I would wish that he, and the dangers of being incarcerated now, I wish he would move sooner.
Yeah.
But I'm just praying at this point.
I know. God bless you, Roger. Let's keep in touch.
Thank you.
Want to see more videos like this? Click on the link below and subscribe to One American News on YouTube. And call your cable provider and kindly demand that One American News is added to your lineup. Call and subscribe today.